the wheel of reveal.
Yes, the wheel.
Yes. Sorry, Sid. Sorry, Sid Meadows. Oh, fear. Oh, my God. Drew, what was your biggest fear as a child?
This is going to get deep, Kerry.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Deaf. Deaf was my
As a
biggest fear
child?
as a child. Growing up, I really saw a lot of death around me. Saw a lot of things happen and a lot of people go away in times that they weren't. So
Mm,
the one thing I always think about is two things. How will I experience death? And what happens after death. And
mm,
there's these religions and these ideals that we all have that we think of what afterlife or what afterlife is not, but we all don't know, right? There's this looming cloud. I wouldn't say cloud, but just this looming unknown that we
yeah.
all will experience, that we all don't know about. So it's always
Mm,
been and I'm a very analytical thinker. So even diving into that as a young, in my adolescence and to my teens was always a big struggle for me, because I would
mm,
literally be in my room and just all of a sudden have these thoughts about, like, okay, if I died, what would my family do? Where would I be going? How would I be, remembered?
mm,
So
mm.
that's why I kind of came up with my ideas, and you may have heard of it, in the Clubhouse rooms, is that I try everything twice, because
Yep.
I never wanted to be that grandfather or that, that father or that person or that friend that didn't have a story to tell, that didn't have
Mhm.
something that you could remember me by. And that's what's important about podcasting as well. It's an audio diary of me interacting with other people, that I enjoy and that I feel is intellectually stimulating, that I can
Mm.
have for generations to go in the near future. So that was the thing that really I would feared a lot, was death, and it still haunts me to this day. But
Yeah.
I come with it with heavier gloves and able
Mhm.
to fight it away, because I know that every day I'm adding to that legacy that I wanted and I was fearful of not having.
Yeah, and Drew, I just got to say, I hear you 100% because it plays on my mind from time to time. I try to put it away and not let it come in too often. I didn't have it as a child. I think you just kid, doing things and all
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. Didn't experience it around me, but yeah, in more recent years, it has been present in my mind, and yeah, so much unknown. Like. This is the problem. Like, no one can tell us
Mhm.
exactly what happens. So I want to know. I'm a planner, like I love my spreadsheets, I want to map this out. So I probably need to do some research, Drew, and maybe you can help me with some of that in my little challenge so that I can create a spreadsheet around this and see what's going to happen. I'd love to have it. At least if I decide what I think is going to happen, maybe that'll, kind of settle all those nerves about it. So appreciate you bringing that up, and thanks for being vulnerable about that, Drew. That's pretty deep. You did warm me. You did warm
Yeah.
me.